Okay, and the final elementary row operation is what we call row replacement, which probably isn't quite as intuitive as the other ones, but it's very, very useful. And what this one enables us to do is to replace one row with the addition of another row. So we're going to take a row and add on to it a previous one. So let's do a simple example here. I'm going to take row 1 and row 2 together and use them to replace row 2. I've just copied down the matrix that we were working with before. So the only thing that's going to change here is row 2. So rows 1 and row 3 are going to stay exactly the same, but row 2 is going to be replaced by a summation of rows 1 and 2. So I'm going to add rows 1 and 2 and replace them here. So negative 4 and 4 is 0, negative 10 and 1 is negative 9, 6 and negative 3 is 3, and negative 6 and negative 3 is negative 9. Okay, and getting the 0 there is really useful. I'll show you why later. So let's have a go at doing something else, and I'll try and get a 0 down the bottom here as well. So to get a 0 down the bottom, I'm now going to have to use a multiple of row 1. So I'm going to use the row 3 which exists, and I'm going to add on to it 3/4 of row 1. And I'm going to use that to replace row 3. Okay, so rows 1 and 2 are unchanged. I'm only changing row 3. So 1 and row 2 can stay exactly the same. But now for row 3, I'm going to take the old row 3 and add on 3/4 of row 1. So 3/4 of negative 4 is negative 3, plus 3 is 0. 3/4 of negative 10 is negative 30 over 4. Take away another 8 over 4 is negative 38 over 4. And we get some fractions happening when we do this sort of stuff usually, but it's not much of a problem. 3/4 of 6 is 18 over 6. Sorry, 3/4 of 6 is 18 over 4. Plus another 4 over 4 is 22 over 4. And 3/4 of negative 6 is negative 18 over 4 plus 8 over 4 is negative 10 over 4. And at this point it's quite common just to simplify things if you can a little bit. So I would do this halve row 1. So we're going to put half of row 1 to row 1. We'll do a third of row 2. And with row 3 I want to multiply it by 4. And then we can divide everything by 2. So we're going to take, replace the row 3, basically effectively double row 3. So we're going to end up with halving this one, negative 2, negative 5, 3, negative 3. A third of this one will give us 0, negative 3, 1, negative 3. And basically cancel out the 4s and halve it. So 0. Negative 19, 11, and negative 5. Okay, so we now have a matrix which I've done quite a lot of manipulation with from where I first started, but I now have an equation, a set of equations which will still have exactly the same solutions as my original set of equations, but something that I can hopefully manipulate, and I'll show you where we're heading next.